Hello and welcome to your weekly Soul Tribe Live. It's Power Coach Alicia here, and we're talking all about your 90 days to releasing your negative thoughts, actions, and expectations. I don't know why, but it feels like forever and a day since I have done a training for you. So I don't know. I'm just extra happy to be here, probably because I was on a 9-day vacation. All right. So much amazingness for you today. It's going to be really, really, really awesome. Remember, the more that you hang out, the more that you interact in the comments, whether you're live or on replay, the more you're going to get from this. So make sure that you're actively listening, actively participating in the comments, and it's going to be really, really, really awesome for you as well. The more questions you ask, like I said, the more you'll get. So feel free to ask anything. If you are on replay, just drop hashtag replay in the comments and tag me with any questions you have. So as we're going through, if any questions come up, anything that you want clarity on, help with, support with, shout that out in the comments. Like I said, just make sure you tag me if you're on replay, and I will definitely respond to your comments there. Obviously, if you're live with me here, I want you to say hi to me. I always love when I have live viewers, people to chat with as I am going throughout the training. And here's the deal. I don't know if you know this, but soul healing is not a one size fits all. And that's why when people come into my world, I'm always doing the work to customize the healing plan to you, where you're at in your life and what you need, right? Instead of just this like, oh, cookie cutter, do this, right? Now, the baseline foundational things and things that I train on and my systems and processes, those all pretty much stay the same, but we're customizing them to you and where you are in your life and what you really need. And so if it would be helpful to you for me to create your customized soul healing plan, all I want you to do is drop hashtag 90 in the comments. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Power Coach Alicia, and I help you heal your soul by teaching you my AWC process that allows you to know whether or not you have the capacity to give to others before you say yes to them. And I teach you how to do that without feeling guilty and sabotaging yourself when you do need to say no. So if you want to learn more about how to implement that in your own life, you just drop hashtag 90. Like I said, today we're talking about the 90 days to releasing your negative thoughts, actions, and expectations. I just want to make sure that I'm live in all the places. Everything is working well. I also forgot my second set of notes, so let me pull those up really quick. I don't even know if I wrote deep notes for this. We're about to find out, aren't we? Oh, I did. What month are we in? Oh my gosh, you guys. I went on vacation for like half of March and I lost my mind. I don't even know what month we're in. For whatever reason, I thought we were still in February. Yeah, it happens. It's fine, right? All right. Now I got to figure out what day. Oh, we're March 16th. Yes, indeed. Is that today's date? 13, 14, 15. I don't even know what the date is. It doesn't matter. We are going to have a blast, so it doesn't matter what the date is and what the content was that I had planned. All right, so let me jump into this because I think it's so important for us to really pull this apart and help you understand what happens in a 90-day period. All right. So in a 90-day period, it gives you the opportunity, like month one is about ramp up, right? So that's about the foundation of what you're doing, getting your bearings. There's Lula Pig coming through to say hi. Getting your bearings, creating your plan, understanding whatever it is that you are learning that you're going to implement, right? And it's just that time where you go from like discombobulated and everything feeling like clusterfuckery to things starting to come together and make more sense. So that's the first 30 days. All right. So then the next 30 days is all about ramping up. All right. You've got that baseline. Things are clear to you. Things are making a little bit more sense to you. And now, you know, you just need to stay consistent to compound those efforts. All right. And then in the third 30 days, hopefully I didn't say in the second 90 days. Probably I did. In the third 30 days, that's all about things starting to come to fruition for you. So in the third 30 days, you start to see basically, I like to say the fruits of your labor, right? The fruits of your actions and the energy that you have put out there happens in the first 30 days. So there was a time where I only taught this concept in the business world, where what you do for your business affects it 90 days from now. And then one day I was thinking about it and I was like, wait, though, what you do for your life, like what you do today for your life, affects it 90 days from now as well. Like everything is in that 90-day cycle. And so if you start and stop and you don't stay consistent, then what's going to end up happening is that after that you start and you keep going, then what ends up happening is that you have to start over again and you're back at the beginning, and it constantly feels like you take 2 steps forward and 52 steps backwards, sort of thing, right? Like, why does it always feel like I am not getting the result that I want? And it's because you are not staying consistent, right? You get in that first 30 days, you get going, right? You get moving, and then all of a sudden, oh, something comes up, life is busy, you're feeling overwhelmed, and boom, you back up. You're not doing as much, you're not taking as much action, you're not staying consistent, you're not diving deeper, you're not compounding that. So then you never get to the third 30 days where that result starts to manifest, right? And so this is so important that you take this information and you go, okay, so if most people stop in their first 30 days and they never get to the third 30 days, you know that's why you're not getting to where you want to be, right? So what do you need to do in order to get to where you want to be? Well, first and foremost, and this is where a lot of people, I feel like, get distracted, or maybe the better word is get distorted, is that your first 30 days, like I was saying before, is all about that understanding. It's all about the uncovering of what is needed in order to get the result that you want. So if you don't spend the time in the first 30 days uncovering what it is that you want and what it is that you need in order to get what you want, then the rest of it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, I want to feel good. Yeah, well, first of all, that's not deep enough, right? Wanting to feel good is so surfacey and so not enough for you to get the clarity and the compass that you need in order to navigate your journey so that you can get to where you want to be. If you're not clear, you can't get to destination. We know this through GPSs, right? If you don't put in the right address, you're not going to get to where you want to be. Now, you can get to the general vicinity, but if you're not familiar with the area, you're never going to get to where your actual destination is, right? You would have to be familiar with the area for the vicinity to even matter. So if where you want to go and how you want to feel in your soul, in your life, in your body is an unfamiliar place, my shirt's driving me batshit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Is an unfamiliar place, then how are you ever going to get there, right? All right, I think I'm good. I crack myself up. You never are. You're going to constantly be looking at yourself going, oh, I want this, but I can't get there. Oh, I've had this before, but I don't know how to get back. Right. And you kind of stay in this sort of cycle of never doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So in that first 30 days, it's imperative to dive deep in your soul and go, okay, what do I want? What do I need? Hi, Mary. And what am I missing in order to get to where I want to be? Because we also don't ask that. It's like, okay, we'll talk about what we want, what we need. We never ask ourselves, what am I missing in order to get there? Right? So that is where your 90-day, soul healing journey, that plan comes in. What's step one? What's your first action? I remember 2012, I'm driving around. I don't remember where I was going. I don't know if it was to or from the gym or if I was taking my one son to and from to school, which it was an hour round trip for me to get him there and back, right? I'm not sure what I was doing, but I was listening to Tony Robbins in the car. And I remember pulling up in the driveway and I was just sitting there intently listening to this message that he had and what he was telling us to do and our next steps. And he's like, okay. So the first thing that he asked us in this recording was, what is one thing that you would do right now if there was no obstacles, nothing in your way? And I remember it was like instantly in my head, I would be a speaker. And at the time I was a direct seller selling products for Pure Romance. But I was like, I would be a speaker. I would love to be a speaker and travel around and, inspire rooms full of thousands of people. Like that was just what my soul called for, and still does to this day. And so he continues on and he says, all right, so now that you know what that one thing is, what are two actions that you could take right now to start moving that forward? Two actions that you could take. And so I was thinking about it, what are these two actions? What would I do? And I had no idea where to start for what I felt was my soul calling, still feel is my soul calling, that I was being pulled towards. I was like, I have no fucking clue, like what two actions. And so I thought, okay, first of all, I need to find somebody who knows how to help me get out into the market to be a paid speaker. So for me, one action was finding someone to help me. The other action was like, okay, if you're going to be hired to speak, what the hell are you going to talk on? What is your speech going to be? And so my second action was to sit down and write my speech, right? So often we say what we want, but we don't put together any actions that's going to get us moving forward. There's no actual end to that story because it's still being written and I'm here today. I will say though, I went on from that moment to launch my coaching business and I started speaking at schools and networking events and bigger events and medical conferences. I went on to do my own speaking tour that was supposed to be a 90-day tour, but got cut short because I was severely sick and no doctors could figure out why. So I ended up on about a 60-day speaking tour, but it came from that moment and sitting in the car and coming up with my two actions that I would take on the thing that if nothing would stop me, there was nothing that could stop me. What would I do? And this may not be the question you ask yourself, right? Maybe for you, it isn't about this, like your dream life or your dream business. Maybe for you, it's about like for your soul feeling, right? Your soul energy, your soul, everything from that perspective. Maybe that's what you're looking for. So if you knew you couldn't fail yourself and there wouldn't be any obstacles in the way, what would you do to heal your soul? What activity would light your soul up so much that you would just feel so unbelievably amazing? The reason why I ask it that way is because there's usually an activity that you love to do that you don't do because you don't feel like you have the time, the energy, the money, right? And that you need to be spending that time doing something else. And so for the beginning part of a soul journey, it's always about that action, that thing that you don't do, that you wish you had the time to do, that feeds your soul. But you don't take the time to do it for your list of reasons and excuses and whatever is holding you back, right? So that's the question I have for you. Like, what's that thing that lights up your soul, gives your soul that food that feels so good to you? And then what are your two actions that you can take right now to move yourself forward and towards that, to feeling that way inside? So I was thinking about this about 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And one thing that is everything in my soul is music. I love music. I love the production of music. I love the composition of music. I love the sound of it. Like when I hear a song and it cuts at the right moment, all the beats and all the noise, and it cuts at the right moment for the vocals. Like I love it, right? So I'm just sitting there thinking, I was like, I would absolutely love to create beats and sounds. I don't know if people would buy them. I don't know if it would be a business. I don't know anything along those lines, but I would love to do that because of my love for music. It's something that I could do for myself, my time, my soul, for no other purpose, but just feeling amazing while doing it, right? And so that was a thing for me. Now, I had never thought about that before. So it's not that I haven't done it because of reasons. I just hadn't thought about it before. Then once I did think about it, it was like full steam ahead of vacation and going on vacation, right? And now I just got back like way early yesterday morning. So I haven't taken any action on it, but I think about it every day because I'm so excited for it. I got to figure out if I'm going to use GarageBand or what I want to use to make my sounds and my like my music, and I'm so stoked. Like I almost think that I don't know if I could write words cuz I'm a poetic sort of person. I'm really amazing with words, but I'm not sure that I have any sort of vocals that would go along with the sounds that I would create, the beats that I would create, but none of that matters. It's just about music itself and how much I fucking love music. So, what's your thing? And then take 2 actions to start doing that. So, for me, my first action would be okay, what do you want to start making sounds on? Right. And then number 2 is my next action is planning a time to sit down and do that. That would be my 2 actions. So in moving forward on this, if you just did this for 90 days, that thing that feels so good, and you started there, it'd make a world of difference. So what is something that you're going to start right now today that you're going to give 90 days? All right? That's the very first question. And then what are you going to do to stay on track? Because it's one thing to come up with this and a whole other thing to actually stay on track and do it. So what's it going to be? What are you going to do to stay on track? And then ask yourself, what could derail you? What's something in the next 90 days, more than likely it'd be kids getting out of school, right? In the next 90 days that could derail you. And how are you going to be proactive about any of the derailments? Like get a plan right now on those possibilities of those derailments so that they actually don't happen. Like I said when I first opened this session and this training, right, is that soul healing is not a one size fits all, right? And that's another reason why you can get started on this journey and then never make it to that fruition of feeling so amazing and things, feeling good and being at that peak personal power is because it's like a square peg, round hole, trying to force yourself to fit into something. And that's why I create the customized soul healing plans for you so that they fit into your life, they fit into where you are, they fit into what you need so that we can actually build the you that you want to be so that we can heal any of the traumas and the demons and any of the things that are in there that you're ready to release and really ready to step forward in that energy and that light and that power that you've really been missing, right? And so if you want my help creating this customized soul healing plan for you, all you need to do is drop hashtag 90 in the comments. And if you want to learn how to say yes, and when you need to say no, being able to do that without feeling guilty, without sabotaging yourself, drop hashtag 90 as well. I'm here to help you. I'm here to figure out, okay, where are you at? What is going on? What do you need? How can I help you get what you need and create that plan that is going to get you there? Now, I go live here every Wednesday right around 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to get a text notification for when I go live, make sure you text the word soul to the number 41372. Again, that is soul to the number 41372 to get the reminder text of when I go live. We will be continuing our let's see, what week are we in? I know I keep forgetting where I'm at. Oh, yes, we're going to be wrapping up, let me say, our getting into action theme and series for the month of March 2023 next Wednesday. So definitely make sure that you're here. I'm always bringing you the best of, that soul healing, that soul fire journey. And we're going to be talking about the shift required to put yourself first without feeling guilty, without feeling worthless, and without feeling frustrated. So without further ado, always remember to say yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. It's always about progress, not perfection. And remember to give yourself some grace, because that grace is what helps you get to the next level and the next level and the next level version of you. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.